Catholic News Roundup is brought to you in part by PewSitter.com, your online Catholic newspaper for the third millennium, CatholicMediaCoalition.org, in line with the Church, online with the world.
And TheAmericanCatholic.com, politics and culture from a Catholic perspective.
Hello and welcome to today's edition of Catholic News Roundup. I'm Matthew McAuliffe. Romney rolling right and left. Though Mitt Romney is trying to convince right-wingers that he is just as conservative as they are, he is quickly proving himself a morally inaccessible candidate in the race for presidential nomination, especially to Catholics. LifeSite News reports that Romney, at a campaign event in New Hampshire, says he is in favor of keeping the definition of true marriage the same between a man and a woman. However, he went on to say, quote, "What I would support is letting people who are of the same gender form, if you will, partnership agreements, if they want to have a partnership with someone else, and have, as a result of that, such things as hospital visitation rights and similar benefits of that nature," end quote. He did not specify what other benefits he would give to the same-sex couples or what this union between them would be called, but he did also reportedly express sentiments in favor of homosexual adoption as well. You can read the full story on our resource page by clicking the link right outside the screen. Queer studies. While homosexual studies is being enforced into grade schools all across the state of California, what looks to be a college takeover by LGBT activists could be starting as well. OneNewsNow.com says California State University is starting a minor program this fall called Queer Studies, compiled of courses like Politics and Sexuality, Love in America, and Asian Pacific American identities that focus on homosexual issues. Forrest Turpin of Christian Educators Association says, quote, "I just would be afraid that it's a beginning. They always start with step number one and continue down the line," end quote. Turpin adds that what the college is not doing is empowering students who have a viewpoint opposing homosexual lifestyles who would like their perspectives heard in the marketplace of ideas. Boy Scout Battleground. Pinellas County, Florida is becoming a battleground between the Boy Scouts and the local public education school board over homosexuality. TheBlaze.com reports the county school board is terminating its relationship with a leadership program affiliated with the Scouts because it says the organization discriminates against same-sex lifestyles. Learning for Life's national director, John Anthony, said in 2010, quote, "Learning for Life programs are not Boy Scout programs, and Boy Scout membership requirements have no relevance to Learning for Life programs," end quote. The program will lose $54,000 of grant money as a result of the school board's vote. Stay with us. We'll be back in just a few seconds.
Catholic News Roundup is brought to you in part by NewOxfordReview.org, the voice of Catholic Orthodoxy, in print and on the web, and RenewAmerica.com, expanding the influence of America's grassroots in the cause of freedom.
Michigan victory. Pro-lifers are celebrating a victory to add to at least 64 pro-life legislations passed by lawmakers across America in 2011, banning partial birth abortions. LifeNews.com says the measure was passed as a backup in case the federal law is ever repealed, as well as to give state authorities the leeway to help enforce the federal law. Right to Life of Michigan President Barbara Listing says, quote, "This Michigan law will be enforceable by state officials, including Attorney General and local prosecutors. The law is slated to take effect on January 1st, 2012, end quote. Partial birth abortion ban signed by Governor Rick Schneider is very similar to a law signed by President Bush, upheld by the Supreme Court in 2007. The pot calling the kettle black. Republican House members are expected to vote any day now on an amendment to Obamacare barring federal insurance plans from funding abortion, as the White House publicly criticizes the legislation as a political stunt. Obama says he will veto the measure in the event that it passes the Senate, which experts say is unlikely. The Washington Times reports that though the Obama administration is calling the amendment a stunt, pro-life advocates are lining up to support the bill, calling Obama's efforts to pass the Affordable Care Act a stunt itself, unworthy of ushering in a new law. I'm Matthew McAuliffe. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for your daily dose of Catholic News Roundup right here on RealCatholicTV.com. And be sure to check out The Vortex today, where Michael talks more about the topic. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to tell all your friends about us. And as always, God bless you.